All right, hey everyone, Andrew at Microphonic Designs here at Timberview High School, and today we've got a little bit of a smaller front ensemble to kind of take a look at, but again, as with all of these setups, you know, I do my best to put as much time and attention into each one as I can. And Timberview was also a bit unique in that they really finalized their layout this morning. Like as I was on the drive here, I got an email from them with like the finalized layout, so I wound up having to kind of come up with the layout on the spot this morning. But again, it wasn't a super huge layout to have to figure out, so it wasn't too much, and I got them taken care of. And so let's kind of take a look at what we have going on here. So we've got two marimbas, 1, 2, and then we got 2 vibes, 1 and 2 over there. And then we have a synth, and really I guess I should go around to the front here. So looking at it from the front, they got a bit of an arc going on. So we got vibes 1 and 2, marimbas 1 and 2, and then we have the synthesizer over there. And then we've got a few channels of wireless that are gonna be a part of this. And then if you imagine, you know, the field is back there, the sound cart is actually going to go up front, like into this zone. So if we're looking at a stadium seating out there instead of an auditorium, the sound cart would go kind of up this way. I simply moved it behind the keyboards today so that I'd have a little bit more room to work with and a little bit more lighting and all of that. So again, the mixer cart is actually going to go up this way. And that's why I've positioned the snake here on this marimba towards the front, but we'll get into the cabling here in just a minute. Let's take a look at what we got going on in the mixer. Now I actually did something a little bit different for this mixer layout than I normally do. I put the vibraphones up front instead of the marimbas, because if we're looking at the keyboards from, you know, the perspective here, the 2 vibes are over this way and then it's the 2 marimbas. And so as they're looking at this from the sideline, I wanted these to just match up. It's such a small front ensemble that to me, it made more sense to just have these in line with what they actually see when they look up from the sound console. We've also got our synth left and right. And then we have kind of a collection of various instruments. We're gonna have a flute soloist, saxophone soloist. They're rocking an accordion this year, not to give too much away. They're gonna have a guitar. And then, so these 4 are going to be wireless. And then we have their VP88 left and right, which is gonna go on sort of a vinyl, like graphic tarp type of stage type of thing for a small ensemble. So the VP88, if you're not familiar with that mic, is this bad boy, an awesome microphone, excellent for small ensemble situations. If you would like a quote on one, get at me, by the way. So the VP88 is it's basically a stereo microphone, and it has some fancy stuff going on the inside. The connector on it is not normal. So a typical microphone has 3 pins. The VP88 has 5. And so in the box, it comes with this special splitter cable. So this end connects, you know, to the microphone, and then we have the left and the right output here. So this, again, is going to go and act as a sideline microphone for a small ensemble. And so I've prepped a 2-channel cable here for them, and I've color-coded it red and green to correspond with the splitter cable here. So they'll be able to get these matched up. And my camera is making this look more orange than it is, but it's definitely red. So, you know, used a little bit of the heat shrink to get it on there today. So I hope this cable is long enough to reach from where the mixer cart's gonna be to the sideline area, but I think it will. This is about a 30-foot cable or so. So there we go. And they've got the Yamaha C215V speakers and the CW218V subs. So didn't have to do too much with their speakers today. In fact, we didn't even wheel them out here because all of that is good to go. We've got our wireless color-coded red, white, blue, and yellow. And I've got their packs are, you know, they were already color-coded, so I went ahead and kind of organized these we are missing a 4th pack. So they're going to have to locate the 4th pack. But hopefully it's just in an office or a storage box somewhere so that they can use their 4 channels of wireless. Going out to the front ensemble, I'll show you what we got going on. So again, a little bit smaller of a front ensemble than some of the other ones I've been to lately, but I'm still really proud of the cabling. It's going to be real quick and easy for these kids to get plugged in. And really what I have going on is the cabling for all of these is simply traveling all the way down this way. And so all of the cables meet at the end. And so my intention was to connect a power cable to their modular snake core cable here, so that this core cable would have a power outlet attached to it, but none of the cables they have were really suitable. So I'm gonna probably advise them, go ahead and invest in a new power cable, and maybe we can rethink that idea. But the mixer cart here, the synth cart has a power inlet on this side anyway, that's already going to be facing where the mixer cart's going to go. So they may also just opt to run a power cable separate to the synth cart, and that would be just fine. So yeah, and then I've got, there's a pair of cables right here coming from the audio interface for their laptop MainStage setup. Real straightforward. And then we're actually going to be running a vocal mic into this cable here. So I've got this cable connected. We're going to plug up like an SM58 or something to this. And we're just going to simply pass the vocal mic through MainStage because we needed to consolidate. So we've got 8 channels. We've got Vibe 1 and Vibe 2, which is 2 channels. We've got Marimbas 1 and 2, which is 4, so we're up to 6 channels. And then channel 7 and 8 is the stereo output from MainStage. And so I figured, you know what? We could just set this up for whatever patch or whatever sort of chunk of the show. They're going to have a little vocal spoken phrase type thing. And the mic will turn on for that patch, and then when they go to the next patch, it turns off. And we'll be able to do all the same type of EQ and stuff in MainStage that we would in the soundboard, and probably even more so. So we're just going to opt to run that vocal mic through MainStage, and it'll work just fine. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So real straightforward setup. I'm very proud of it. Still took several hours today to go through and clean out the mixer cart and make sure everything was looking good. But I hope you've enjoyed the tour for Timberview 2024 down here in Mansfield, Texas. Happy to be back. I've been working with them for a good number of years now, and I really like the team over here. So shout out to you, team of directors at Timberview. You guys are great. Thank you again so much for having me out once more. If you've got questions about the setup or some of the equipment that you've seen, of course, drop your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I'll be happy to help. Until next time, y'all, take it easy. Peace.